Dallas Cowboys, the legacy of America's team. Founded in 1960, the Dallas Cowboys have grown from a new NFL expansion team into one of the most iconic and valuable sports franchises in the world. Based in Arlington, Texas, and owned by the legendary Jerry Jones, the Cowboys are a cultural phenomenon, often referred to as America's team for their national popularity, legacy of success, and unrivaled brand appeal. Over the decades, their star-studded roster, championship, legacy, and commercial empire have defined them as not just a football team, but a symbol of ambition, pride, and innovation. Don't forget to subscribe to Fun State for more epic sports stories. The early years building the foundation. The Cowboys' journey began under head coach Tom Landry, who would become a symbol of discipline and innovation in the NFL. The team struggled initially, going winless in their inaugural season. Landry, known for his stoic demeanor and brilliant football mind, introduced strategies such as the flex defense, which revolutionized defensive football. By the late 1960s, the Cowboys became regular playoff contenders. The team reached its first Super Bowl in 1970, but fell short to the Baltimore Colts. However, redemption came swiftly when they captured their first Super Bowl title in 1971, defeating the Miami Dolphins in Super Bowl VI, with stars like Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, and Roger Staubach. Emerging, the Cowboys laid a strong foundation for future dominance. Dominance in the 1970s. The 1970s were a golden era for the Cowboys, with a powerful roster featuring Hall of Famers like Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Drew Pearson, and Randy White. The team became a consistent force in the league. They appeared in 5 Super Bowls during the decade, winning Super Bowl XII against the Denver Broncos in 1977. The Cowboys' rivalry with the Pittsburgh Steelers, highlighted by intense matchups in Super Bowls X and XII, added fire to the NFL's popularity. The Cowboys' success on the field was matched by their ability to captivate audiences off it. Their iconic cheerleaders, stylish uniforms, and media presence helped solidify their nickname as America's team, coined after a 1978 highlight film, like this journey. Subscribe now to Fun State for more legendary sports stories. Transition and turbulence. 1980s. The 1980s marked a period of transition. Though the team remained competitive in the early part of the decade, they began to decline by the mid-1980s. Quarterback Danny White struggled to live up to Staubach's legacy. The team's playoff drought in the latter half of the decade was compounded by internal tension. In 1989, Jerry Jones purchased the franchise and quickly made sweeping changes. One of his first moves was replacing Tom Landry, the only head coach the team had known, with Jimmy Johnson. It was a controversial decision that initially drew backlash, but eventually paid off in monumental fashion. The 1990s dynasty and the Aikman era. Under Jimmy Johnson, the Cowboys assembled one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history, with Troy Aikman at quarterback, Emmitt Smith leading the ground game, and Michael Irvin dominating the receiving corps. The Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years: 1992, 1993, and 1995. Their offensive line, dubbed the Great Wall of Dallas, gave the team a powerful foundation. Emmitt Smith would go on to become the NFL's all-time leading rusher. The Jones-Johnson partnership was dynamic but volatile, and despite their success, their clashing egos led to Johnson's exit. Barry Switzer succeeded him and still led the team to a 3rd championship in the 90s. The rollercoaster 2000s. The post-dynasty years were filled with inconsistency. The Cowboys went through several head coaches including Dave Campo, Bill Parcells, and Wade Phillips. Tony Romo, an undrafted quarterback, became a fan favorite and statistical powerhouse. However, playoff success remained elusive, and the team often fell short in critical moments. Off the field, the Cowboys remain dominant, launching AT&T Stadium in 2009, an architectural marvel dubbed Jerry World, complete with the world's largest video board and luxury accommodations that redefine the fan experience. Modern contenders and young superstars. In the 2010s and beyond, Dallas focused on building a young and explosive roster. Dak Prescott emerged as a capable leader and quarterback. The arrival of wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and defensive phenom Micah Parsons reinvigorated the team, while playoff glory still proved difficult to reach. The Cowboys consistently contended and boasted one of the top-rated offenses in the league. Parsons, in particular, is seen as the future face of the defense, a dynamic hybrid player with the versatility to change games, cultural influence, and brand power. Few teams in global sports rival the Cowboys' branding strength. They consistently rank as the most valuable franchise in the NFL, with Forbes estimating their worth at over $9 billion in 2024. Their merchandise sales, media rights, and global presence are unmatched. The Cowboys cheerleaders are themselves a cultural institution, and the team's annual Thanksgiving Day game is a nationally watched tradition. Community impact and legacy. Through initiatives like the Gene and Jerry Jones Family Foundation and longtime partnerships with the Salvation Army, the Cowboys actively invest in local communities. Youth camps, disaster relief, education programs, and mental health advocacy are pillars of their outreach. Their legacy isn't just about wins, but also about using their platform for positive change. Enjoyed the story? Support us by subscribing to Fun State, your home for deep dives into football history. From the bright lights of AT&T Stadium to the hearts of millions of fans worldwide, the Dallas Cowboys continue to define what it means to be America's team. Their story is far from over, on the next chapter promises to be as electrifying as the last.